Hey everyone, Restless Gardener here. I'm going to just do a walkabout today, partially silent. If I come across anything that I think is notable or that I haven't shown before, I'll feature it and I'll tell you what it is and give you some stats about whatever plant it is. I'm going to show parts of the yard today that I don't normally show, like the bottom of the property. I usually focus more out back, right, and up top, because that's the part that looks the best as far as I'm concerned, or at least I think so. It's also the part that's most private. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I feel a little odd walking around my yard talking to myself. You know, kind of wonder what the neighbors think, and doing that down by the street is gonna feel even a little odder. I don't live on a busy street by any stretch of the imagination, but there's a lot of bike riders and walkers and a lot of like bike race type activities up and down our street, because it is one of the more scenic roads in the area. It's very rural, very pretty, so a lot of bike tours use it. So obviously everybody knows people do YouTube these days, but I don't know, to me it feels a little odd talking to myself. So I'm gonna go down there and I will just stay a little bit silent and just show you parts of the yard, good, bad, and the ugly, that maybe I haven't shown before. I'm sure you'll see a lot of the same stuff that you have seen before. So anyway, let's get started. I am going to head to the bottom of the property now, and I'll get back with you then, and then we will work our way from bottom to top. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, we're back, and I'm joined by my little neighbor here, so we're going to take a walk around the garden, and I'm just going to show you some plants, probably some you've never seen before. And again, if I see anything that I think looks really interesting, I will talk to you about it a little bit. This is the lowest part of our yard, right along the street. It's very shady, under a blue spruce. So under here are plants that tend to do well in shade, although it does get a little bit of sun. So this is a smaller growing mountain laurel, which unfortunately keeps getting nipped by deer. So it's not as big as it should be. This is a gold heart dicentra, which typically in summer dicentra go dormant, but the gold heart seem to last a little longer. And I think because it's a little shady down here, it lasts, although it's done flowering. Also have a Francis William hosta, which looks really nice. And this is I believe a plum yew. Our wee bit grumpy hydrangea finally bloomed this year. I think it's been in the ground 2 years. I was hoping, because it was under a spruce tree, that the ground here was acidic enough for it to bloom purple, but it's pink. So
that's a little sexy.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, it's still pretty, but I prefer purple and blue. We'll see if it changes, maybe.
Yeah, maybe like it's a changing flower.
Possibly. Yeah, my little neighbor says maybe it's a changing flower. I'm sorry, what's your name?
Kyla.
Kyla. This is Kyla. Some more hostas. Pretty peachberry ice heuchera. Careful, I don't want you to trip on the stones.
Yeah, I'm really good at this.
Okay.
Me, Mom, and my friend Gabby down the road has it.
Oh, gotcha, okay. This is a variegated azalea, which looks like some of it needs to be cut back, and I'm not sure why. Maybe because it was so dry earlier.
Maybe
We have water.
It's not raining as much.
Possibly. And then I have 3 astilbe, 2 peach blossom, astilbe, yep, 2 peach blossom, those are the green ones, and this is called chocolate shogun. And some kind of funky bug in there, I'm not sure what that is. You know, I've seen them before, but I don't know what they're called. See that green bug?
This one?
Yep. It's pretty big, huh?
I think it's a grass fly.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, probably lives in the grass. I've been seeing those a few at my yard.
Oh, interesting. So this is where our,
Rock pit is.
yeah, it's a rock pit that has a lot of pipes under there that drains all the water from our property because we get a lot of runoff and heavy rains.
Oh, we have that too.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? All right.
Yeah, that's Gannon.
Gannon, is that your brother or just a neighbor? That's your brother? Okay.
I was about to say neighbor, but he's my brother. Are you also going to do the plants up there?
Yep, we're going to take a walk around the whole yard. So this garden I showed in a video the other day when I focused on the Ruby Spice Summer Suite. But we'll take a walk around the entire area. So we have some white echinacea.
Yeah, I haven't seen your house before.
Oh, okay.
I
Little blue
knocked
stem.
on your door a few days ago, but
Oh, you did? Maybe
yeah, you weren't home.
Oh, okay.
Because nobody really answered.
My husband he could have been home. He works at home, but he's on the phone a lot.
Oh,
So maybe he couldn't have answered the door. Yeah,
or
maybe.
he was just in the shower.
Well, could be.
My dad does that a lot.
Yeah. This is Leatrice.
The
And there's
purple
another
thing?
dry creek bed in there. Yep, that's Leatrice. Isn't that pretty?
Mm-hmm.
We have a blue spruce in there.
I have a garden that grows cucumbers and carrots.
Oh, wow, that's fun.
They're like tiny carrots because they wouldn't be able to fit in my garden
If they were big carrots.
Yeah, maybe I can. Maybe later I can bring a cucumber over for
Oh,
you.
thank you. I like cucumbers.
I like sharing cucumbers with.
Well, that's fun. It's fun to share things.
Mm-hmm.
These are Itea.
Which one, those?
This little shrub here is called an Itea. It's a Virginia sweet spire.
Oh.
Yep, and they get pretty white flowers in the spring. You can see they're done flowering, but these
Yeah.
brown spiky things.
Like these?
Yeah, but they're long flowers. Like instead of being round, you see how that's long? That was a flower in the spring, and it was white. And they
Yeah, I
smell
used to-
good.
Wait, in school time? 'Cause I'm
Yes,
going back
like
to
when you were
school.
in school.
Yeah, I was in kindergarten.
Oh,
Now I'm
so
going
you're going to be in
into
first grade? Well, that's exciting.
I don't know how many more days until school.
Yeah, we're at the end of July now. Probably a few more weeks.
Oh, some flowers are going into there.
Yeah, that one's done blooming too. That was a veronicastrum. Here's some more cone flowers.
Wow, your garden is pretty.
Thank you. This is a burgundy spice bush.
Oh, this one?
Yep.
Oh.
It's supposed to have pretty maroon flowers. There's one there that's done. That looks like that's budding. So maybe in a few weeks we'll see more flowers.
Yeah.
And then there's two big grasses.
Here, I'll come back later, but I'm still gonna be here. But for the video, with a cucumber.
Okay, that's fine. So you can see the dry creek bed. That also has a pipe that goes into it and drains the water from the side of our house, this side of the house. These are two red twig dogwoods, and they're starting to get berries. See
Oh,
those
that
pretty
looks
purple
good.
berries?
Yeah.
Those are not edible
Yeah?
though.
I.
So
Yes.
don't eat those berries. Those are not for humans. These have gotten really
They're
big.
for birds.
Exactly. But there's one still flowering.
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
They need to be cut back. They've gotten really big. Some more Coral Forester grasses. This is a standing ovation serviceberry tree, so that will get tall in time. And the pretty purple flowers is called agastache. They kind of got bent over because of the heavy rain the other day. Remember that storm? Yeah, they got bent over. And this is a Ruby Spice Summer Sweet. That smells.
We weren't allowed to go
It smells nice.
outside until it was my bedtime.
Oh, yeah, that's good for the summer. You can be out late. This is meant to be Queen Nectarine agastache. Yep, some more
Those are
cone
pretty.
flowers. Yeah. You know what? The goldfinches like to eat these. Well, little goldfinches, the little yellow little yellow birds with the black wings, they like to eat those.
Yeah. Once I saw a rainbow bird when I was a baby.
Oh, that's neat. I don't think I've ever seen a rainbow bird.
Oh, look. There's
Yep.
a little white butterfly.
These are called cabbage moths.
Oh, yeah. Once I catched one of those, and I helped it because it was about to die. And then it got run over by a school bus.
Oh, I'm sorry. You helped it and it died anyway.
Yep.
And here's the bottom of the dry creek bed, and it goes all the way up. Up. And up there, the orange is a blanket flower. And then there's some Russian sage in there too.
That's very cool.
So that's the front part.
Maybe if I ask my mom, maybe you can come and see my garden. Hi.
Because they were in the garage and I didn't feel like going in the garage. So this is the front ray garden. I also showed this the other day when I showed you the Ruby Spice Summer Sweet. This is a Cloud9 panicum. They get rather large. Some more cone flowers, Joe Pye weed.
Oh, and that bug's eating it.
Yep, the bee is pollinating the flower and gathering pollen and nectar.
So
Some
then he
black-eyed
can at least
Susans.
eat.
Yep. This is blue mist flower. You can see some of the pretty flowers. That is...
Notice those steps now.
Yeah, we're gonna walk on those. This is a native plant, but it is an aggressive spreader, so that's something to keep in mind if you plant it. We've got button bush in there, Amsonia, Jacob Klein bee balm, which is not doing all that great this year, I think because it was so dry in the spring.
Yeah, it should get more rain soon.
Yeah.
I heard that there's a few thunderstorms, so
On the way.
They won't get too wet and be like gloopy and fall down.
Hopefully. That's another standing ovation serviceberry. Unfortunately, it looks like Japanese beetles got the top of it.
My God, so our, well, like the neighbor next to mine, like on that side, they have a garden, but it has a box around it and a fence.
Oh,
The dog doesn't go with it.
yeah, I can see that when I'm up at the top of my garden. Looks like they grow a lot of stuff.
Whoa, you have a huge garden. How do you water all these in one day?
Oh, we don't.
Oh.
We do water new stuff. If we plant new stuff, we water. But,
Like that little one.
well, that's not new. It's just, unfortunately, it's getting too much shade, so it's not growing.
Oh.
I'm going to transplant that, I think.
What does that mean?
That means I'm going to take it out of the ground there, and I'm going to put it someplace else where, like, maybe right here, we'll get more sun.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely right there.
Yep.
I didn't notice those steps either.
Hopefully the hibiscus blooms soon. This is the herb garden.
These?
No, those are germander. That's an herb. We cut that back. This is hibiscus right here. And this is called Perfect Storm. And you see all these, those are going to be flowers. They're going to be big, big white flowers with pink centers.
My cucumbers aren't big, they're just fat.
Just fat.
Fat.
Well, that's okay.
I gave one to my new mom and papa. That's why I call them new mom and papa.
Gotcha. Here's our vegetable garden so far. So
Oh,
we've got
those
tomatoes.
look that,
Yeah,
like,
look at those
are
peppers.
almost ready.
We had lettuce growing. There's still some lettuce in there, but I think we're pretty much done harvesting the lettuce. You can see that in there. I want to have a big garden someday too. I just have a lot to take care of already.
Yeah, mine isn't big either. I've been wanting one, but
Someday, once I get this all straightened out, we'll get a big garden at the top.
if you get rid of all this, then you can put like a big one back here maybe.
Well, I'll show you at the top of the property where I want to put a big garden.
Oh,
Because
So
we have
we're gonna
lots
go
of room
those
up
steps,
there.
too.
Yep. Pinky Winky Hydrangea. The magnolia is getting taller. It's putting on growth.
Do you know how I got this shirt?
Let's see. R. Phils. Oh, the Reading Phillies?
Yeah, my brother Carter go with his friend and dad.
Oh.
And he bought us these shirts like the dad, and
Well, that's nice.
more, and he got more for us, and he didn't know that I wasn't an extra large girl.
That's okay. You'll grow into it.
Yeah.
That is a chaste tree. It's a dwarf chaste tree called Blue Diddley.
Oh, that was my shirt. It looks like that you would be able to wear it.
Possibly. We got a little water vessel over there.
Oh, that's really pretty. That's what that noise was.
Yep. Mystic Spirit Dahlia. Some grasses we're waiting to plant.
Oh, so this?
Yeah, we have to plant those. And that little flower back there with the red bloom on it is a bleeding, what's it called? The Heliopsis. We're going to plant that too.
Yeah. I like your little flower place right there.
Yeah. It's nice to sit out here in the fall and have the fire going.
Yep.
Still got lots of plants to plant. See all these plants in the pots? We got to plant all of those. Pretty oak leaf hydrangea.
Oh, that was a loud noise.
I think the people next door are having their lawn mowed, so it might get loud here.
Oh, you mean like next
Like Mike and Sharon. Yeah. So
my brother's working there. That's who you were talking to.
Yeah, Carter. I asked him if he could do some work for us too.
Yeah, he was looking into it.
So, yeah, maybe we better go to the top of the property because I think it's going to be too loud down here to film.
Yeah, that's definitely Sharon. Or Mom called somebody to mow our lawn. No, because it just got mowed yesterday. Why would they do that? If you go all the way to the top of the property, then it would be good. Hopefully they just don't go to the top of their property. Oh, I thought, wait a minute. Do you know anybody called Miss D right there?
Yeah, our neighbor. Yep.
Oh yeah, she is my bus driver.
Yep, your school bus driver. Yep.
It's hot out here. I'm getting sweaty.
It is hot out here.
I wish I could have a popsicle. Do you know something called Jello popsicles?
No.
Oh, so you make Jello into popsicles.
Mmm, that sounds good.
They are.
Good for a hot day.
Yeah. I asked Mom if I could have one then, but she said no. Not then, because she sat down 6 times and she didn't even get to sign her name in for her work.
Sometimes we eat popsicles at work. I work outside and it can get very hot. So popsicles are a good way to stay cool.
Yeah, you can make water popsicles if you don't have normal popsicles. Oh, there's Sharon's treehouse.
Yep.
I go up there, and then when under it, that's mine.
That's yours?
Yep. But the trampoline.
Oh. I think it's the weed whacker.
Or it's just one of picking weeds.
Or it's Carter. Or it's Carter.
He's making a lot of noise. That's making that noise. Thank you, Dad. Watch out for that stick. Oh.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe I can put it under this tree so that nobody steps under it.
Good idea. It's another big agastache.
Oh, there's these flowers.
Yeah.
Nectar.
More heliopsis,
Pretty yellow flowers.
cone flowers.
I've been drawing them. Maybe I can draw like a picture for you, and then I can bring a cucumber and a picture of it for you.
That sounds good.
Maybe it can be like a garden of flowers. Food.
You can tell I like flowers, huh?
Yeah, because you have a bunch of flowers. What is that? A climbing tree thing?
This actually tree, before we bought the house, this tree split in two and fell. So when we bought the house, we had some of the dead branches underneath taken off, and we had it, you can see we had it
Yeah, and it would
propped up.
if you could just go on it.
Yeah, so now it gave us the opportunity to plant a nice garden under here because it's shady. We have some chairs over there.
Oh, yeah. I didn't notice that. I just don't notice a lot of things.
I'll show you where I want to put our garden.
I can literally touch the branches. Like, the branches from the tree.
Yeah, a little high for you. So right up here,
Oh, right in that little section right there?
yeah, so you see where the pile of weeds is?
Yeah, that's...
So I want to plant some stuff there, and then out here where it's more sunny, I want to have some of those square beds like you have, and plant vegetables up here. Yeah, because it's sunny up here.
I already ate 4 cucumbers. So one when the dust grew, and 3 when the other day, yesterday.
But this is where we had all dead trees taken out, and we had a meadow seeded. The meadow was not doing anything. We had 4 eastern white pines planted back here and 3 river birches.
Oh, what are you planting here?
And then we had 3 red twig dogwoods moved. So there's 1, 2, 3. It'll all look pretty in time, but right now this part of it is just a mess. This is a magnolia tree.
Yeah, maybe you can ask me to come and help pick up the sticks and stuff.
Yeah, I asked your brother Carter if he could weed whack this for us. That's what I asked him to do. It's a lot.
Be picking up the sticks. So me and Carter can have a job together. Oh, maybe Gannon can have a job too. Like he likes picking weeds.
Picking weeds? Well, there's lots of weeds up here. That's for
Yeah.
sure. See, our property goes all the way over there to that fence. So I got some trees planted over there too.
Oh, he can like pick weeds and Carter can weed whack, and I can pick up sticks. Like it can be at one time, like maybe 5.
Yeah, your brother said he's going to come back at 6 o'clock to look at the work I want him to do.
Oh, could we all start today? Maybe?
Well, you have to ask your parents, I think.
Yeah.
It's a big job.
Yeah.
So,
We will come back asking for popsicles. She's used to that. Does when it's hot, does every day that's hot. Happy gets sweating like this.
yeah.
Oh, and there's Mrs. D.
Yep, that's Mrs. D.
I like all your gardens.
Thank you.
How many gardens do you have?
Oh gosh, I don't know, 7 or 8. I'm about to have more too. I got stuff I need to move, so we're gonna have to create another bed.
Oh,
This one gets a little bit more shade than I think it should, so we'll see how this stuff does.
I don't think you'll have room to play.
Well, I don't have kids, so that's why I have gardens.
So then you don't get screamed in.
These are pretty purple pillar roses of Sharon.
Hey, look, there's a photo over here.
Oh. This is the other side of the rain garden down front.
Probably from an eagle. Oh, sorry.
Possibly.
Sorry, I just stepped on your foot.
That's okay.
Your husband.
Yep. Oh, it's hot.
Yeah, that's probably what. Huh, do you want to go past my cutter real quick?
Sure.
I can ask it.
These foam flowers are getting a little bit bleached out by the sun. I think they get too much sun here. So I guess those are going to have to move too. See how they're orange and they should be green. I think they're getting too much
A
sun.
little bit green is in the middle.
Yeah, but they should be all green.
That's
The tough stuff, aha, hydrangeas are finally getting bigger. And I think we're going to end the video here because the lawnmowers are about to get really loud. So I hope you liked this little walkabout with my neighbor. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to comment and subscribe. Thanks. See you in the next one. So I'm just going to do a little bit of an outro. I was not expecting to have company on that video, so it did get a little crazy. But she's cute, and I hope you were able to see some of the gardens, maybe some parts you haven't seen before. Yeah, so that's it. I hope you liked the video, and have a great day.